Finance sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? Is freedom.
Yep.
And the ability to do what you want when you want it.
Welcome, everybody, to Born Broke with Mike Hofferth. And today, we're going to talk about lifestyle. Mike, take it away, bro.
Lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
Lifestyle is exactly what it is. You know, how do you live? You know, how do you live?
Me personally?
Yeah, how do you live?
Oh, so frugal. It's pathetic.
You live
Yeah.
frugal?
Oh, yeah. I don't spend any money.
Yeah.
I actually get ridiculed from all my friends, people I work with, family. Like, you need to spend more money. You need to live a little bit. Like, why? I'm good.
Right.
I spend money on surfboards, and I have like 4 or 5 of them that I need, not want. I need them.
Yeah.
And I'm good.
That's
and when
a priority.
one breaks,
Priority.
I'll replace one.
And you enjoy it. And
Correct.
it probably brings your stress level down and all that. But
Yes.
yeah, overall, we're talking about lifestyle today, right? Lifestyle has a big impact, or can have a big impact on the budget. If you watched our budgeting episode, we teach you, how to live within your means. It's not always about living within your means, but, in the basic form, it is living within your means so you can grow your wealth. And that wealth will then allow you other opportunities and other things to do, and a freedom to choose what you want to do and grow it, as far as like whether you do a stock portfolio and all these more advanced things. But right now on the financial literacy, we're talking about lifestyle, how it impacts your living financially. And it's very important to understand your lifestyle. Perfect example is living beyond your means, buying a car you can't afford just because you're trying to look good to your friends.
Very common.
Very common. Like, if you can't afford a Mercedes, don't buy one. That's what I'm basically saying, right?
Correct.
So you need to live within your means. You need to check back to that budget that we told you about. We need to see, what is your cash flow? You should know what cash flow is by now. Cash flow is basically, you look at all your expenses. You look at all the income you have, and you compare it. What's left over, right? There's your cash flow. That's your income you have to spend on other stuff. Now, when you look down that thing, if you look at your car payment and you say, oh my God, my car payment, like so many Americans, is almost $1,000.
I think it was like, 50, some crazy number. Again, we need to fact check this, but from what I read, it was almost like 15% of America has $1,000 or greater car payment.
Wow.
That's just a car payment.
Wow.
We're not talking about insurance. Is it a lease? If it's a lease, it's more expensive.
Sometimes leases aren't more expensive, though. Sometimes leases can be cheap.
True.
Just depends on what kind of car it is.
True.
Right?
Yeah. Are you just going to correct me this whole time?
No.
I think so.
No, I'm just trying to make sure people understand that you can go out and get a lease.
Okay.
That's affordable. You can.
True.
I don't.
But you're not going to drive, like, if it's $1,000, what kind of car are you usually getting?
Yeah, I mean,
pretty high quality.
Yeah, I mean, Mercedes, BMW.
How much money down are you going to put?
Yeah, that's the other thing that affects it.
Lifestyle. Can you afford it? Can you not afford it?
Wants and needs. Wants and needs. Sticking to your needs to get you ahead financially. That's what we're talking about. And this, foundation of, Born Broke.
Correct. Like, what do you think about just, people essentially compensating? Maybe they don't have a great career, but they want to have this illusion that they do have, that they are financially superior than everybody else, and then they pull up in a very nice vehicle, or they flaunt like they have a very nice lifestyle, but in all reality, it's just a big illusion. It's how do you strip that back and not have to do that, right? Is it
It's a mental game.
What's missing?
Well, it's a mental game. It's a mental game, right? You have to. Sometimes
we're all guilty, though.
We're all guilty of it, absolutely. And
Yeah.
for the youngsters out there that are watching this, if you can mentally, get over that now, you're going to be further ahead sooner, right? So, like for me, you get caught up and you won't, you might not have much, and all you have is the ability to go get a BMW, right?
Yeah.
I had a BMW, right? Did I need it? No. Did I want it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt better in it, right? But in hindsight, it just made it longer for me to get financially ahead because I had this big car payment.
Yeah. That was a 323 series, correct?
325.
325. Sorry, folks. 325. Little white.
2 ticks off.
Tan interior.
Yeah.
That was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm a car guy, unfortunately. But
George and I used to floss in it.
Yeah, we used to act like we were like what, like 28. We're like, hey, let's go, drive around in your 325.
28.
And we thought we were.
I think we were even younger.
Special.
I think we were like 24.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I think we were like 24 or 23. Anyway, like at the end of the day, look at your lifestyle. We used an example of a car, right? But there's many things. Do you go?
Oh yeah.
Do you go
Clothes.
Clothes.
Eating out. Eat in.
He beat me to the punch.
Go to the store.
Are you going to the steakhouse, or are you going to the grocery store?
Yeah, go to. There's so many good grocery stores out there. You can get good quality food, and cook it yourself.
It's healthier, probably.
Yeah.
They don't mix it in butter and all the good stuff. But yeah, it could be food, it could be clothes. The designer brands will get you, But look,
not me though. $3 t-shirts, folks.
But look, you have to splurge and you have to also take care of yourself, but you have to pick and choose when you do that, right? Mm-hmm. That's really the moral of the story. It's like, check your lifestyle. Can you afford it? Should you have it? Do you need it? Yeah. And what are your priorities? If you're watching this show, I got to think your priorities are trying to get your mind straight financially so you get ahead quicker. Mm-hmm. And if you get ahead quicker, then you have more options. Mm-hmm. So it's like instant gratification versus longevity.
Yes, right? And lower stress.
Yeah. Some people will call it, let's look big picture, right? Look at the big picture here, right? Don't be short-sighted. Mm-hmm. Look at the big picture. Look down the road. Look further than just what you want today, right? Mm-hmm. What you want. I won't say what you need. What you need is a different story. We talk about, needs. Needs to me are things you pay cash for, right? Because you have to have them. You have to put gas in your car if you have a car, and if you don't take public transportation, right? Mm-hmm. You have to eat, right? There's certain things you have to do. Mm-hmm. But
But eat less maybe. Like, a great way to save money?
Yeah.
You do intermittent fasting, where you don't eat till the night. Not that we're like some health channel, because we're not. But you know how much money I've saved? We're definitely
not a health channel, dude.
We're definitely not a health channel. But I'll tell you what, how much money I've saved just by not eating breakfast and just having a coffee and then waiting to eat until the afternoon.
Yeah, if you can get your schedule right, it makes perfect sense. And I'd imagine you save money.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's like those people that have to have the expensive coffee every morning, right?
I do like my Nespresso.
Yeah, but you still.
But it's not that. That's not expensive.
You're still making it at home, so it's still the smart.
Oh, you're talking about going bougie in the Starbucks or something?
Yeah. Because they weren't paying us, I didn't really want to mention the name.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry.
But no, it's cool. It's cool. All right. I'm just trying.
Am I in timeout or?
No, I'm just trying.
Brand mention timeout.
Brand mention timeout. But anyway, lifestyle is very important. It's a very important aspect of this whole process for you to pay attention to, for you to really think about and not let go of, right? It's easy to let go and be lazy and go, it's not going to matter today. Oh, it's not going to matter tomorrow. It does matter. It matters every time. Every time you spend your hard-earned money, you're never going to get that back. You got to go earn it. You got to earn it again, right? And why wouldn't you maximize it when you can? Again, picking and choosing, or having the ability to pick and choose what's important to you, and acting on those things when you need to, right? Not when you really want to, but when you need to. That's really what it is.
I love it. I think, look, at the end of the day, you need to live the lifestyle that you can afford. And then, like Mike was saying, long term, where I'm one of those vision board guys. Like, I like to have my goals written on my mirror when I'm brushing my teeth, understand what I'm actually waking up for. And then I like those vision boards where you're like, hey, I want a house in the mountains so I can go skiing. But I'm not going to act like I have a house in the mountains and drive a fancy car and act that I'm, more wealthy than I actually am. And not that I'm wealthy to begin with, but I'm just saying.
But you're smart about it. You're smart about your finances.
Just long term. Again, we're older dudes now, and I didn't know this when I was in my mid 20s. It was just, I had little blips of it where I would drive a Camry. I had it paid off, had 60,000 miles, and then one day I drove into a car dealership, and I ended up buying an F-250 diesel. I don't even tow, but I ended up. The guy said, "Oh, you should get a truck," and I'm like, "Yeah, I want a truck." I was just literally looking at the new trucks.
Weak point.
You
broke down.
And again, back to our lifeline, right? You need a friend. You're one of my best friends. And
thank goodness.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why we're here.
every now and then you might I might introduce you as my best friend.
Yeah.
But I'll just say one of my best friends to keep your head
Yeah, of course.
not as blown up as it already is.
You got to have multiple best friends. I get it.
Sure. But anyway, like when it comes to financial stuff, I hit you up and I'm like, hey, if I would have had you and I'm like, hey, I have a paid off Toyota Camry with 60,000 miles, folks. And now I want to buy an F-250 diesel. I don't tow.
Right.
I don't need the truck.
Yeah.
Badass truck though.
It was dope. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
We went to Vegas. We went to Vegas in it once.
Yeah. I think I got a ticket, didn't I?
I think so. Yeah. We got pulled over.
Yeah. We can tell that story later. Really bad decision as well. But yeah. And so why did there was no need there, but I wanted the truck.
Yeah.
And the sales guy was poking me saying, oh, big guy like that. You're a big guy. You shouldn't be driving a Camry.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I should be driving an F-250. The worst decision.
Yeah, but what George is saying here is everyone out there should think about their voice of reason that they can call in a time of what I would call weakness when you're
100%.
breaking down or you're deviating from the plan, right? Because what we're trying to do is get you ahead, right? Things like that don't get you ahead.
Yep.
But if you're already ahead, which will come down the line, right? Then you can make those choices because you're ahead and you followed the steps to get there. So treat yourself, right? But know what you're doing when you do it, right? Because what George is saying is, does he want a house in the mountains? Yeah. But he's not going to pretend he has a house in the mountains because reality versus fake, right? Are you going to fake it and be gone in a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years at best maybe? Or are you going to be there for life? I don't know about you, but for me, I'm a lifer.
I love it. No, but we see the reverse of that everywhere.
Right.
I saw close friends. I've seen family. I've seen families where they live all in the same house.
Yeah.
The kids are in college. They live with their parents. They're driving a really nice car. The parents are driving a really nice car, and they're living all in this house together. And it's a tiny little house.
Right.
But they're all driving these beautiful cars and acting like they're something when they leave the house.
Right.
And
it could be important to them to have a nice car. Maybe it's
I
a priority,
guess,
but at the same time.
But you're losing money unless it's some antique car that is rare.
Yeah.
That you're gaining equity in it. But that's not realistic. So
yeah. Keep it real. Keep it real. Yeah. Keep it real. Start today. Don't lose track of your lifestyle. Pay attention to it. Analyze it. Check your lifestyle against your budget. Right.
Sure. And that changes, right?
It changes all the time. It always changes. Like I think I say, if you're not accustomed to having a budget, you should check it every week. Then after you get accustomed to it, you can check it, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I check mine in 6 months.
And what about a habit? 28 days roughly to form a habit.
Yeah.
Check your budget for 28 days and then you can think it'll get dialed in at that point.
If you're younger and you start now, you'll be ahead sooner, right? If you're older and you start now, it's no problem. You're still going to be inching ahead and getting where you need to be.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone's financial freedom is different, right? Someone's financial freedom could be just being able to buy the car that they want. Other people's financial freedom could be retirement early, right? It depends on the person. It depends on who you are and what you want out of your life. So I don't have much else.
I love when you get fired up. Because I'm fired up because we talked about this before. Finances, primarily for most people, it's boring. Right. Going through a spreadsheet and going utilities, car payment, insurance, yada, 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 like 20, 30 line items. Hopefully they're not too many line items, depending upon your lifestyle.
Right.
And it's boring to do it. But how do you make it fun and set some goals? And at the end of the day, everything revolves around money, regardless of what you think it does, and how can we make it fun where you have some type of goal and you're striving towards it. And we're trying to make this show fun. So drop some comments and subscribe to the channel. Let us know how we can make it better because we're trying to make a subject that's extremely boring, fun. And Mike's been doing this. He's been managing budgets. Again, you probably heard us in other episodes, but he's managed over $3 billion in money with all the top live television music shows in the world.
Here's the thing.
And that fires me up because this is a good resource.
I'm going to make it super simple for them.
Go ahead.
Finance sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? Is freedom.
Yep.
And the ability to do what you want when you want. That's what drives me. Because I grew up and couldn't do things that I wanted to do. But now I do whatever the hell I want to do when I want to do it. And that's because I applied these steps, I put them into action, and they worked.
Yeah.
You'll get there, but you just have to give it a little love. A little heart, a little hustle, pay attention.
Love.
Yeah, man.
Love.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
I like that, Mike. It's true.
I think I'm done here. I mean, lifestyle, check it. Don't forget about it. It can make a difference.
You did really good this episode. Or it's not an episode, right?
It's an episode, yeah.
Are we calling it an episode or not?
I don't really care.
Are we numbering it?
This is just called good content, my man. Good content. Entertainment, education, what the people want, what they need.
Yes.
And here we are.
Well, I think that is good for this show, episode, aka whatever we want to call it. And again, this is Born Broke with Mike Hofferth. Subscribe, put some comments in the whatever down there somewhere. And again, this is lifestyle and live within your means, folks. And that's a wrap. We're good. Are we done? Do we have to do that again? I don't know. That just zapped